Hey, welcome back, everyone. Today, I'm going to record another Brilliant.org educational recording video once again. As many of you already heard, today is Saturday, so weekend has just arrived. So during these 2 days for the weekend, going to do some online educational courses like this on Brilliant.org. This session, technology, deepen your knowledge of how things work, something I haven't studied or covered here when I'm recording for such a long time now. So I'm returning like several weeks later. Yes, you already might know that after all. This chapter, how technology works with the pointer I'm displaying to you is what I'm going to do today. So I'll click on it. Yes, how technology works. The objective is to understand the inner workings of everyday technology from online platforms to computer hardware. I'm currently at level 2 devices and hardware. Previously, I've done with location services, and today the chapter is called GPS location. Is what I'm going to study and cover some interesting features to all of you. So I'll click the start button to begin. Wait a moment. Right, there we are. Finally, GPS location. Is it all started with introductory session statement here. So I'll read it out. GPS location works in a similar way to location from a cell tower. Satellites send signals which include their exact location at the time the signal was sent. Let's see what's next. Continue. Alright, here is the first brief overview. Other than the position of satellites, what else does your phone need to know to work out its own position? Is it the distance to each satellite or its direction? Of course, probably the distance more likely will work. I'll click on it. That's right. Here, we need to know how far we are from each satellite. But the satellites can't broadcast this information, but they can send the broadcast time. So this animation displaying for your screen here right now, so I'll click restart to replay the animation. Here, as like transmitting from outer space, then reach to the Earth, so getting closer, more approximate distance, isn't it? Continue. Yes. Here's another statement given. If your phone has the broadcast time and arrival time of the message and the signal speed, how can we work out the distance to the satellite? Oh, is it to find the time difference and multiply by signal speed or divide by signal speed? We can't calculate this. Distance, of course, time and signal speed. Distance is the product of time and speed, so this one should truly work. I'll click on it. That's right. Yes, it is given here. Now that we know how to get the distance to one satellite, let's see how many of these distances we need to pinpoint our own location. Continue. Yes, another additional statement, but wait. I'll just tell that afterwards. GPS satellites are not on Earth's surface, and the location technology doesn't assume we are either. Where could your phone be if it's at a known distance r from the satellite? Which of these options? Is it one of those two possible points a distance of r from the satellite, anywhere on a circle of radius r around the satellite, or anywhere on the surface of a sphere of radius r around the satellite? Distance also. I think this one will work. Anywhere on the circle radius r. Let's check. Oops, that's not correct. Distance of r. I think more like on the surface of a sphere radius r. Oh yes, this is correct. I'll click Y for reasoning. That's right, the explanation tells us that the surface of a sphere of radius r covers all locations that are a distance r from the sphere's center. The blue dots represent points on the surface of that sphere with the center being the satellite. So this distance, if I drag it down, if I like drag it down here, like they are more focused downwards. I change this like vertical movement. If it's upwards, like they are much closer here. So here like being more scattered, and if I change this horizontally, they move to here. So yeah, edge forward will be the same longitudinal and latitudinal directions. And if I scroll much further down to the right, also in the same longitudinal and latitude direction here. Sorry if I got my pronunciation wrong. So like constant around the center, I assume it should be here. Yes. Points on the surface sphere alongside the satellite. So that's how animation can be adjusted either vertically or horizontally. Or close. Then move on, continue. Yes, there's a sphere of possible positions marked here with the blue dots. Some of them might seem unlikely, like those underground or out in space, but they're possible in principle. So if I adjust this horizontally again, so like more focus at the center, further down, so like from this position, and if I adjust like this, like obvious vertical position is from here, and then if I move down, like they are scattered here, somewhere in the center should be here exactly right. I'm not going to repeat that animation again, but anyway, let's move on. Continue. Yes. With two satellites, we get points on the surfaces of both spheres, this direction. But here's another problem. Where could your phone be once it knows its distance from two satellites? Let's see the drag down. Just three of them, yes. Is it anywhere on the circle where the two spheres meet? One of 2 points where the spheres cross? Anywhere in the overlapping region inside both spheres? Phone location, like we need to determine. Like this, if I adjust this horizontal view, and then vertical view is still here. Only within the overlapping, so neither inside or outside, just on the edge of this region. So wait, one of the 2 points where the spheres cross. I think that must be correct option. Let's check. Oops, that's not correct. Of course, only this one. Anyone on the circle where the two spheres meet. I'll check again. Of course, correct this time. Let's click on wife reasoning. Yes, when two spheres overlap, points where surfaces meet form a circle. Yeah, of course. I felt like I didn't see like we should see this view like when they are closer together, so like spheres meet, so this perfect circular shape is formed. Okay. I didn't adjust it completely, my bad. So sorry for any inconvenience if I fail to understand this. Anyway, let's move on. Continue. Yes, here it is given again. The places that are a known distance from both satellites should place you anywhere on a circle where the surface of the spheres intersect. How might be narrow down your location to fewer points? Which of these options, let's see. Bring the satellites closer to Earth's surface, add the distance to a third satellite, include the sphere of the Earth. Probably these two might not work, so sphere of the Earth might include. Let's click on it. Nope, that's wrong. We can narrow down your location by adding a distance to a third satellite. Oh, that feel like kind of an assumption. We just understood how this function might hopefully work, but don't know. Let's move on. Continue. Here. Oh wow, like kind of more brief evidence has been provided. With three satellites, we can pin your location down to 2 points where all three distances intersect. Is this enough to give an accurate GPS location? Wait, let's see. So if I view this like that's not, so I should view this again. Probably, let's see. I think like the view is not too clear. I like scroll it down. They are much further apart. Oh wait, which one should be correct? Just leave it in this form. Eliminate one of the 2 points. We use another method. We need one more satellite. Oh wait. Which one is more appropriate? Like kind of an assumption, so I have to click one of these still. Probably, I don't think so, definitely not. We need to use another method probably. Let's click. Oh no, we can add that distance to one more satellite, find a single point where all 4 intersect. Additional satellite is still needed, but don't know how that works. Anyway, here, continue. Oh yes, finally the evidence has been more effectively covered here. So, it takes 4 satellites to find your location. However, we glossed over an important detail called the timing. Alright, let's adjust it again. Oh yes, like from 4 satellites in perspective, like if we just here like kind of intersection to see the exact GPS location, like the satellites have been detecting this single individual point, I think. So like whenever we adjust, that point remain unchanged. Like the circular orbital shape around satellite also remain unchanged, but like kind of basic technology theory, isn't it? Anyway, like I've just covered something interesting, like didn't know how to demonstrate it, but you might probably understand how my clarity works in encountering these problems. Anyway, let's click on this finish tab to conclude this one for now. Wait. Lesson complete. As a result of this exercise completion, they just provide minor little XP of 40 experience points this time. Continue. Boom. That's right. Now I've just claimed 14 consecutive days of studying in Brilliant.org, including this one free break on Tuesday, like return to Wednesday, 4 consecutive days, but with that streak restore, like now increased to 14. 2 weeks, too impressive, right? Continue. Don't worry about this notification again. I'll just skip it. That's right, finally, I've returned to this course menu covering content. I've just done GPS locations, just minor little XP from studying bits of informative technology details. And the next chapter is timing corrections, but I'm not going to focus on that. I'll return to homepage here, so I'll click on that. Wait. Yes, this is how my Brilliant.org homepage works, so going to cover a few of them really quickly. I've just done recently this one, how technology works, level 2, like timing corrections, Wi-Fi location, more lesson, but I'm not going to focus on that for now. 14 consecutive days. These battery only lose if you miss a day of studying or so. Don't worry about this premium though. Currently, like on Brilliant.org, I'm at an Einsteinium League. 1 day left before this week finish off. If I expand this, oh wow, like top 3. Wait, if I scroll out top 3, massive amount of XP. Like probably kind of premium students. They've been doing this work incredibly well so far. If I scroll it down all the way down here, I personally is around 16th position, though I'm still somehow in precarious danger of dropping down to the like here bottom 10. We're down to previous league, so lost this category and go down to the lower one for the next week of the campaign. But I'm not going to lose that status like 21st to 30th here. I'll close it. Just explaining how this homepage works. But anyway, that's it all for this today's educational recording video I've presented to you today. Thank you very much for watching. If you do enjoy, don't forget to like and subscribe as well. But I'm leaving this session for now to just focus on my university coursework and other related contents for this time. But I'll keep on track with this, recording this educational online video contents in the future. So don't miss it out. If you haven't checked it, check my YouTube channel already. I'm leaving for this session now. See you later, guys. Take care. Cheers. Bye for now.